Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Alright guys, looking at the first 3 waves, I wanted to see what were the worst 5 tracks so far in the first 3 waves of the DLC. It's ranking time! Alright, let's begin with number 5. Alright, at number 5 we got Tokyo Blur. Tokyo Blur, actually, when this one first came out, I actually liked it a lot. I would have rated it a lot higher, probably as one of the best tracks at the time it came out. But as time has gone on, I've I don't know, the track has kind of soured on me with the fact that it looks very meh, very poor on graphics. Or on visual quality, I should say. You can see the trees, it just looks very cartoony, and it's a course that, or I should say it's a track that could have looked stunning and amazing if they had just put a little bit more effort on it. One example is Berlin Byways on Wave 3, but it feels like if it looked a little bit better, it would be a better track. Like the grass is lime green-ish, has no texture, the buildings just look blocky. I mean, everything just looks like there was really no effort put into it. It just looks like it was straight out taken from tour and put in here just to have something. If it actually looked better, like I said, I think it would have been a much better track. I just feel like the visual quality, like I've said many times, the visual quality itself has really not made it look good. You know that, wow, there's a lot of bullet bills out there. Alright, about to end the track, and it's also very short compared to like Paris Promenade and others. But, alright, that was number 5. Let's go on to number 4. Oh dang, wow, that's not a good start. Alright, well, number 4, we go with Mario Circuit 3, and I had a tough time rating this one because I know it is from the original game, the original Super Mario Kart from Super Nintendo, but I still find myself playing this one a lot, even though I don't think it's the greatest track. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it, kind of like with what they did with Snowland. But I still find myself playing with it just because of the soundtrack. I mean, every time I play it, I just want to hear the soundtrack. God dang it. The other thing about it is just like, again, it's like they could have done so much more with it. Similar to, oh my goodness, similar to like Snowland. Here we go, another one. Oh my goodness. It's getting bombarded now. But kind of similar to like Snowland, they could have done so much more with it. And it just looks very basic. It just feels like there could have been a little bit more effort put into it. I know it's just, there's going to be a lot on this list where it's all about visual quality. But, yeah, there we go. But it's just, again, it's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, I mean, it should have the visual quality that the base game had. I believe this is just the second lap, I thought. The third one already. But again, I feel like they could have done so much more with it. Kind of like what they did with Snowland. Like, they did do a lot more with it. There was so much more effort put into it. And if you have such a classic track like this one, even though it's a basic track, you could have done some hills. You could have done something to it just to make it a little bit more interesting. A little bit more visual visual quality to it, and it just seems so basic. And again, like I say, I find myself playing it more often just because of the music, and sometimes it can be fun in multiplayer, but it's just very meh. It's like a C minus if you were to rate it that way. But alright, that's my opinion on Mario Circuit 3. Let's go on to number 3. Oh man, that's the second time I've done that. Alright, well, number 3, we have Sky-High Sundae, and it's tough rating this as part of the worst ones because I actually enjoy playing this on multiplayer. It can be fun, but the track itself just feels very uninspiring, I guess you could say. It's just an oval with a bunch of ice cream on it. And it just like, it doesn't have much to it, to be honest with you. It just doesn't have much to it. I mean, it's kind of tough to explain because it's just like, I know it has the anti-gravity gimmick on there, but it's just like, they could have done so much more with it. It just feels like they have to just throw something there, so they just created something random. And like these rails right here, like they basically just make you boost. It's, I don't know, there's just a lot with it. Like again, I have fun playing with it in multiplayer, but again, it's just another very meh track. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not great. I feel like again, if there was a little bit more effort put into it, they could have done a little bit more with it. And it actually looked pretty good once you saw the trailers for Wave 2 when they were announcing it. It looked like it was going to be a lot better, and it's just a short oval with a bunch of ice cream on it. Very colorful, but again, it has the cartoony-ish look that I kind of wish, maybe if they put a little bit more effort into it and it looked more like the base game, maybe it could have been a better track even though it's short. But still, it just feels like there was not a lot of effort put into it. It's just they threw something together just to put something new on it. Let's rate it the third lap. Let's see here. And again, guys, comment below to let me know what you think of these tracks. If you agree with me on the list, or let's make dang it. Or if you think there are other tracks that you would have included here on the first 3 waves of the DLC as far as being in the top 5 worst tracks. My goodness. Well, there we go. Alright, that's the end of Sky-High Sundae. On to number 2. Boom, alright, there we go. We finally got him boosted. Alright, at number 2 we got Sky Garden. Again, another track that I kind of enjoy playing in multiplayer. Other than that, I still find it to be very blah. This one would get a D minus. I've never played Mario Kart Super Circuit, so I've never played the original track. But I've heard that they've taken a good chunk of it out for this version. So I don't know. Comment below. Let me know if they actually did take a chunk out. I've heard from other videos I've seen that there was a good chunk of it taken out. Oh my goodness. But again, I find myself actually enjoying this in multiplayer, but again, it just feels, again, it's very basic, very cartoonish. There's not much textures. There could have been so much effort put into it. I mean, if we compare it again, like for example, if we compare it to Snowland, if we compare it to Merry Mountain, even the new Rainbow Road that came out from Mario Kart 7 on the DLC, they look absolutely amazing. So it's like, if there could have been just a little bit more effort put into it, I think the tracks could have been way better, even if they're still this short. But it just feels very lazy in a way. Yeah, keep getting bob-bombs. By the way, I am using custom items, so if you guys are wondering why I just keep getting bob-bombs, I've changed the settings on there and I've got bob-bombs, I got bullet bills, red shells, and... Oh, there we go. And then I also have green shells on there. But alright, let's go to number 1. I think you guys can guess what number 1 is, but number 1 on this list is... Alright, at number 1, no surprise, it's Toad Circuit. Again, I'm going to say the same thing again. Just pure laziness when it comes to visual quality. We got the lime green grass with no textures. Everything looks very cartoony, very blocky, and it's just the track doesn't do much. I mean, even in multiplayer, it's blah. This would get an F. If I were to rate it, like, in a grade scale, this would get an F, a straight up F. Again, they could have done a little bit more. I don't know if they've done a little bit more with it. Maybe it could have gotten a C+, but it's just still, again, very blah. Not much effort put into it. And I think everybody, I think, would agree with me that it's just the worst track that we've gotten so far with the DLC. Oh, alright, don't get hit by your own bomb. Your own bomb, I should say. Alright, here we go. And guys, comment below, let me know what you think. Like, you agree with the list? Would you change some stuff up? Do you have other tracks on the DLC, waves 1, 2, or 3 that you do not like, that you would consider putting on the top 5 worst tracks so far? But there we go. That was number 1. To be expected. Shouldn't be shocked. Toad Circuit is the worst. Alright guys, like, subscribe, comment below, tell me what you think. I'll see you in the next video.